Unavoidable absence. Yes, unavoidable absence. Unavoidable absence can serve as the reason for the removal of IRS penalties that were assessed against you. And in our circumstance, I use an unavoidable absence reason, which may be common to tens of thousands of folks immediately, which is the deployment to Afghanistan or Iraq or some other theater where our armed forces are being sent. But it also applies to people that, say for instance, are associated with universities where they have to travel immediately out of the country for extended periods of time, or we've seen it work too with people that have been arrested and had to serve time in a jail or in a prison system. In either case, the unavoidable absence is the thing that prevents the individual from meeting the responsibilities that he or she would have met had that not occurred. And it's just not possible to meet those responsibilities in many of these circumstances when you're not physically present in the location where you normally live or work. That's just the way it is, even with today's electronics. As you can see, Cheryl in our fax setting does not get any respect from her tenants as soon as they realize that she's not around to, if you will, police the apartments that she's renting to them. And so they stop paying. And they late pay. And then they don't pay. And the only reason why that happens is because she's not there to compel the payments and to deal with things in a concise and business-like way in the right time. And it's also the reasons why she's not able to file her tax returns on time. All of that has a tendency to contribute, each individually and synergistically, to the end result, which is she's not paying and she's not filing her tax returns on time. And as those circumstances remove themselves, as those pressures remove themselves, and she's able to get back on the right track, if you will, meaning get back into compliance and then address the things that weren't done on time previously, it can serve as the basis to have the penalties removed. Now, she's still going to be responsible for the taxes that had to be paid, but she shouldn't have to pay the penalties. And that's what abatement is all about, because abatement is there for you so that you don't have to pay what is not fair. And the federal code considers it precisely in that way. The IRS can't penalize you and shouldn't be able to collect from you money that would be unreasonable under the circumstances. That's what you got to understand about these penalties. It's unreasonable. Now, I understand too, and you're right, that as soon as the collection machine assesses these penalties, it seems to move against the very purpose of the law. But if we just simply accept the fact that nobody's going to assert your rights for you, and that you have the responsibility to do that, and that once you do that, you can rely on these protections that the law extends to you, then you can bring things back to status quo, which is, from the origin, a situation where the IRS should not have automatically penalized you. And had it known what it was that it eventually did understand about your life, it wouldn't have. So your job is basically to educate the IRS. And you can turn to us, and we will help you put together a compelling statement to accomplish precisely that when you talk to us during your consultation. Thank you.